Welcome to the Saturday morning preview show here on PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel. I'm Kerry Pollock, Alan Ruff and Tam McManus join me here today. We've got the Old Firm, the last one of the league season. Tam, 12:30 kick-off. Is this a must-win for Rangers, this game?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a must-win for Rangers. I think that when you look at the league table, they've got to win this game. If they don't, I think it's Celtic's league title. So, as I said, I'll be interested to see how Rangers line up. You know, Celtic are going to come flying out the traps with that crowd behind them. Will Rangers go and try and press them high and get up the park and try and hit them in the counter-attack, or will they sit in? You know, I think they should try and sit in and just try and see out that first 20-25 minutes. Easier said than done, but I think if Rangers can get through that first 20-25 minutes, still in the game, 0-0, I think the fans will start to get nervous. So whether Philip Clement plays that way, I don't know, but certainly Rangers have got to win the game.
Interesting what Tam's saying there, Ruffy, because Philippe Clement doesn't agree with him. He doesn't feel that Rangers need to win this game this afternoon.
Yeah, I think they do need to win the game. If they were to lose the game, they're going to go 6 points behind. They're going to rely on in the last two games. In the last game, Celtic are at home and they've had a good year at home. So no, I don't get where he's coming from in that one. I think they really have to go out and win that game.
Dyson Maeda is back into the team, Tam, plus James Forrest has been a favourite of Brendan Rodgers. Will he start them together, do you think?
Yeah, I think that'll be the two wingers. I know Kuhn's come onto a game recently. I think Brendan likes him cutting inside. On his left foot and letting the full-back push forward out on the outside. So whatever he plays, I think a mixture of those three will cause Rangers problems. But Dyson Maeda in particular has caused James Tavernier all sorts of problems, not only this season, last season as well. So I think he'll start. And whether he starts with Kuhn and brings Forrest on, or reverses that and starts with Forrest and brings Kuhn on, we'll wait and see. But the mixture of those three will cause Rangers problems, I think.
And what are we going for?
I can't see it other than a comfortable Celtic win, to be honest. I think whatever it plays out, if Rangers come and press high or they're sitting and defend, I just think Celtic have got better quality in forward areas, more clinical, and I think they'll win the game comfortably. I'll go for 3-1.
3-1. Ruffy?
I don't think it'll be as convincing. I do think Celtic will win. I think Rangers' best shot are set pieces. I think if we look at the last game that Celtic played, Dundee were throwing everything into the box and Celtic weren't dealing it particularly well. I think that is one of Rangers' strengths, to get people in there. I still think Celtic are too strong in midfield. I think the three in midfield have got too much experience and ability. So I think Celtic's midfield will win this game for them, and I'm going to go 2-1.
2-1, right then. Dundee take on Hearts. Europe still within Dundee's reach, Ruffy. 5 points between them and St Mirren, but 9 to play for, and they've played well at Tynecastle in the past.
Yeah, they have. I know they picked up a point against Rangers, but I think Hearts, I think I was reading Stevie Nath was going to give some fringe players a game. That might be to their advantage, I don't know. But no, I think Hearts, with the support there, will want to go and win that game. So I think St Mirren have still got a wee chance.
If it stays tight at the top, Tam, Hearts, their season is, albeit finished, they've got Europe in third, etc. But they could have a say in where the title goes because they do host Rangers on the last day of the season.
Yeah, and as Ruffy says, it'll be interesting to see what team Hearts play. Third's tied up now. They want to finish the season strongly, but every manager says that. He'll give players a run out. He might give some young players an opportunity. And probably this game and the next game's the ones to do it rather than the Rangers game, the last game. You don't want a league title on the line and you're playing kids. No. I mean, that's not going to go down well. So I think this game and the game after this is the time maybe for Hearts to experiment and play some younger players or fringe players. But I agree with Ruffy. I think that Hearts will be too strong still at home for Dundee and will win 2-0.
2-0, and Ruffy, what'd you say?
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 as well.
2-0 as well, right. Livingston face at Johnston. Livingston might be out of the race, Tam, but they might have a say on who joins them in the Championship, perhaps. Yeah,
and it could be St Johnstone the way they're playing. Livingston obviously relegated. No pressure on them now. I've been in that situation myself. When you're relegated and you just go out and play, and you might be surprised to see how freely Livingston play now. The pressure's off them. Yeah. They're down. They know they're going next season. And some of the players will have that lifted off their shoulders, and they'll want to impress, clubs like St Johnstone maybe to stay in the Premier League next year. So I don't think St Johnstone will win this game. I know people think they've got to win, but I don't know. I was quite impressed with Livingston last week against Motherwell. They could have scored 2 or 3 goals. So I think they might win this as well and put St Johnstone into the mire even more. So I'll go for 2-1 to Livy.
2-1 Livy. St Johnstone haven't picked up a point, Ruffy, since the start of April. Has that been the problem? Not even any draws in and around there?
Yeah, I think they're in games up to a certain extent, but they don't have the final third. They don't have that guy who's going to get them the goal to give them the confidence to hold on to the game. So I agree with Tam 100%. I think Livingston boys, who even the ones that are leaving that are playing, will want to say cheerio to the fans and put in a good shift. I don't think any footballer doesn't put in a shift even though they're leaving. So I think Livingston will win this as well. I've just lost confidence in St Johnstone.
What are you going for?
I'm 2-1 as well.
2-1 as well, right. Ross County face Motherwell at Dingwall. Just 2 points separate the top 3 of the bottom 6. Is that a 3-horse race for 7th?
Yes, probably, aye. Yeah. As I said, there's a few clubs in and about in the mix. You know, Ross County, if they can win this and St Johnstone don't win, I mean, they're all but clear of St Johnstone in that playoff spot. So, you know, Ross County are hitting great form at the right time. You know, they beat Rangers, beat Hibs last week. You know, they're playing really well at the minute. And again, I fancy them at home to beat Motherwell. I think that Motherwell, again, not much to play for. Comfortable win last week, but I don't think it was, you know, a 4-1 scoreline. So I think Ross County can win this, and I'm going to go for a high scoring game, actually, 3-2 to Ross County. 3-2
Ross County. Well, a wee bit of goalkeeping news, Ruffy. Liam Kelly has been linked with Celtic this week. Do you see that move transpiring?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've got to move on Seagraff and Main. I don't know why he's staying there. You know, you'd think you'd be wanting to play football your career. Liam Kelly as a backup wouldn't be a bad shout. I think he's had a great season. I really do hope he makes the Euros. I think he's done enough to get there. I think it'd be a tragedy if he's left out. So that could be a double dunt for him, getting to the Euros and then going to Celtic.
Yeah, what do you think in this one?
At Ross County, I think at home they've been very, very good. Away from home they've been a bit iffy, but I think they've got their backs up in this one. The forwards are scoring goals, so I'm going to go Ross County to win 2-0.
2-0, Tam. St Mirren take on Kilmarnock. St Mirren's still another team hopeful to get that European spot. This is the time of the season where you can't afford to have any slip-ups in the last final run-in.
Yeah, listen, that was a huge result for them last week. You know, beating Dundee, having that 5-point gap, that should be enough, in my opinion, even if they don't pick up anything from now to the end of the season. Kilmarnock, you know, again, have got 4th tied up. You know, have they got a lot to play for? Not really. Difficult one to call this for me. I'll sit in the fence and go for a 1 each. I don't think there's... Aye, I mean, this game no result in this game would surprise me, but I think 1 each probably. Yeah,
well, Kelly's David Watson picked up the PFA Young Player of the Year, Ruffy. Do you think Derek McManus feels there should be interest in him in the next coming season?
I think he knows there's interest. Yeah. There's got to be interest, you know, when you put in the shift particularly against Rangers and Celtic and come out man of the match. There will be scouts out there. They'll be hoping the boy decides maybe to have another year, but it just depends on what kind of clubs come in for him.
And what do you think for this one?
I'm going to go St Mirren 2-0.
St Mirren 2-0, okay then. And Sunday, tomorrow, we have Hibs against Aberdeen after last weekend's result versus County Tam. Is Nick Montgomery on thinner ice than you say he was before?
He's doing a hokey-cokey this year, he's in and out every week. I think there's going to be serious, you know, questions asked in the summer about Nick's position at Hibs. He can't get a run of wins together. I mean, I don't think they've won back-to-back games since December. It's an incredible start for Hibs. Aberdeen are actually playing pretty well under Peter Leaving. They're doing well. They've won for a good be done at home and won games. Honestly, I don't know how this could be any score. I keep tipping Hibs every week. They keep getting beat, so I'll go for 2 each.
2 each. Okay, then Hibs are clear in 7th by 2 points. Ruffy, are they the favourites to get 7th for you, or could Aberdeen sneak up on them?
Well, Hibs should be the favourite. You know, they've got the home advantage, but as we've saw at home, they just don't play well. You know, but I really think you can't afford to keep losing home games.
No.
I mean, there's 16,000 people going to these games, and they're disappointed every second week. So I think he desperately needs a win. But Tam's already touched on it. He's going to get hauled in and being asked a few serious questions, and if he doesn't win games, it's going to make it even harder for him.
Definitely. What did you say scoreline wise?
I'll stick out 2-1 for Hibs.
2-1 for Hibs, because he's that much clear in the lead, Tam, doesn't he? Just stick it out there. Have we been practising for our quiz?
Ruffy was in the early days, so I'm a wee bit concerned that you've seen the answers.
Very much sealed. Right, let me get the question out first.
Watch, because he's swan neck. Watch him.
The question out is it jump? He jumps.
No, it's just first.
Right, okay.
First to shout it.
If Ruffy gets it, then don't complain.
I'm not.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Watch, get that up further. Let's get back, you.
Okay.
Swan neck, man.
Are you ready? Who scored the final goal of the last Old Firm meeting?
Matondo.
Correct. 3 each it was.
We got that.
Right. Which Dundee player was nominated for PFA Young Player of the Year? 1 each. St Mirren's Alex Gogic comes from which?
Cyprus.
2-1, okay. Alphabet.
Wait a minute.
Alfredo.
Wait a minute.
Alfredo. Morelos.
Alphabetically, which Premiership team comes last? Alphabetically. So you start at A, what's last?
St Mirren.
Yes. That's
Oh, just carry on. That's just superb.
3-1.
He's beat me. See,
3-1.
that's just a crap. That's just.
You want to just give him this? Are you ready?
Oh, no.
3-1.
There you go.
What animal is the Livingston mascot?
Lion.
Correct.
Well done.
See, that's real knowledge, not alphabetical knowledge. I'm crap at, you know that.
3-2?
3-2.
3-2. Ruffy wins. We'll be back next week with some more Premiership actions to look forward to. Thanks for watching.
Cheat.